Destiny told Willie that he has saved nudes of minors on his computer.
Alleged, just to be absolutely clear.
My parents are super, super strict. When you're like, oh, my parents don't let me do anything fun, it's like, oh, you're a kid.
Is this actually from somebody who's 26 years old? Does Ethan acknowledge that? Come on, dude. This is what I'm talking about. So he shot from the hip. He assumed she was 17, and now we're just talking out of it.
It's very concerning. It's very concerning.
And Ethan's pettiness, he's willing to pretty much validate anything. I hope CPS can save your children before the worms turn them into RFK clones. I don't understand how he confidently says that. Like, he's a deadbeat dad. Ethan needs to stop jumping the gun on some allegations against people, but Destiny's like a complete washout.
You had some people call on you and said some things that were not verified. CPS was on your kids about lies, and then you turn around and you do the same thing.
Yeah, I think that's completely fair. iDubbbz butts into the drama. What the fuck? iDubbbz, what are you doing, dude? All right, let's rock into this. We took the weekend off, so no time to delay. I have like a massive thread in my Discord about Destiny, Ethan Klein, Abbott and Preach weigh in. I'm interested in seeing that, especially from people who aren't like super attached to the situation. I think it'd be kind of like a breath of fresh air to look at the perspective like that. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Frankly, this kind of feels like just like, I guess, an attempt from Destiny just to get back in to the conversation, because once he's in the conversation, people will, you know, naturally talk about him more, and I guess he hopes that people will start to look at him for his political value again, which I think is pretty much non-existent at this point. I don't know. He just has no like moral center. So let's see what we got here. Let's start here. Ethan announces he'll be making an H3 pod video on this is a little massive stream thing. Video on Destiny after stream, which has been like his new content strategy, right? Is to make videos off stream.
So this Saturday, we're putting out a video on Kick, how somebody got tortured to death there. Fun, very fun topic.
Yeah, I think the Kick was like complicit. I'm not going to go into the specifics here, but you can watch my video about was it John Palamov? I think that's how you say it.
So part of it is fun. The part where Drake quit on the same day and had a meltdown. Yeah, that part's fun. So there's a little of everything. So that's coming up on Saturday, and also to all the people saying Ethan is sold out.
I mean, he's so much bigger of a content creator, so this is probably a stupid thing to say, but I really just don't understand why they don't do their podcasts and then just put segments up on their channel for videos content instead of like other video content. I don't know. That makes more sense to me, but also I'm not particularly successful. So
out for Kick. Well, tell you what. I was getting ready to, but the minute that they switched it up and let somebody get tortured to death, I said, I don't know about this one.
Let me clarify for those confused in the chat. It is a...
Is he streaming on Kick? Is Destiny streaming on Kick right now? Or excuse me, is Ethan streaming on Kick?
Video about Kick, not a video on Kick.
Duh. Well, actually, Dan here. I'm debuting on Kick. I'll be torturing Dan.
The video is about
my god,
Kick.
a new Kick serious.
I feel like Ethan Klein attaching himself to Kick right now is probably just like a stupid optic play. Like, I understand if you don't really know what's going on, but after looking at that Jean Palamov situation, I mean, Kick seemed to be like actively supporting these guys doing a murder torture stream on this person with a disability, and Ethan jumping in with Kick is probably one of the stupidest ideas optically. I don't even think he necessarily knows that. Maybe the money got to him. Maybe he did the contract before I think he did the contract right before the whole Jean Palamov situation. Pormanov. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. I'm sorry. Is he not streaming Kick? Oh, okay. I thought that somebody said that he got a thing on there. I guess I just got fucking owned. I thought that he streamed with Kick. Oh, he was considering multi-streaming on YouTube and Kick, but after the abuse, Ethan says he's not going to do it. Oh, that's really smart then. I'm getting fucking trolled right now then. I'm so stupid. Holy fuck, dude. That makes sense. Okay, that's smart then. That's good for him. That's a much smarter play. That would be a fucking terrible decision to do.
It's exclusive.
Yeah,
It will be on this channel on YouTube.
Available to everybody. And then also, we're gonna wrap up today, and we're gonna shoot another VOD.
Oh, okay. I got confused because at the bottom left there was something saying Kick. I'm like, oh, are they streaming on Kick? Is this a screenshot of the Kick? So I guess no. This is like the topic they're gonna talk about is at the bottom here. Okay.
After this, because some breaking news just took place. A friend of the show, Willie Mack, who's been accused of being a Destiny supporter like me, has apparently had an interview with Destiny in which he and I'm paraphrasing. But
that's why I have to do stuff live so you guys can educate me.
Apparently what happened is that Destiny told Willie that he has saved nudes of minors on his computer.
Yeah, alleged minors. I just to be clear, like 17. Just to be absolutely clear about that.
Minors?
A minor, some specific minor of her. And Willie called the police.
Which makes sense. I mean, Destiny's saying he might have like images of a minor on his computer. Puts Willie in a weird spot. I feel like legally I would probably be like, yeah, this guy might have this. Because I wouldn't want to be considered complicit.
What you got to do at that point?
So we'll see. So we're gonna make it just dropped, so I haven't looked into it at all. So don't take anything I'm saying right now as gospel. But we are gonna be making a VOD after this where it's got that will.
All right, so that's what starts this. That's step 1. Ethan covers the Willie Mac video.
They know.
Oh wait, is this Ethan covers Willie Mac video? Is this on his actual stream where he covers this video?
Welcome, guys. Today I bring you a breaking story that was brought to us from friends of the show, Willie Mac. He broke a story here. He was talking to Destiny, who's being alleged of sexting with a 17-year-old, including receiving nude videos of her.
I'm kind of just curious about what his take is on this.
Uh-oh is right. That's what they call dicey, or what Jared Fogle calls nice.
That's the Subway guy, you know?
Anyway, Willie's video is really short. It's 4 minutes long. I'm going to watch it. But I encourage you all to go show Willie some support because pretty incredible.
I like Willie Mac. I think he's cool, and I like the way that he's dealt with some of the controversy from some of like the shittier communities on here. I can respect it. I feel like I can appreciate from a creator to creator perspective that like Willie Mac does his best, like as we all try to do, to navigate through different controversies. So I can respect it. You got to respect the it's a weird thing for a creator. Like it's annoying when people like are annoying to you. So when somebody deals with like backlash, in my opinion, like correctly in a way that I can appreciate, I go, oh, cool. Like, I respect that.
Stuff he's doing here. He reported him to the police, and based on what I've seen, I would not be surprised if the police have questions for him. Let's take a watch.
I reported Destiny to the police. This is not clickbait and entirely has to do with the DMs he sent me. A few days ago, a Reddit post showed that the girl Destiny shared Pixie's nudes with was seemingly confirmed to be 17 years old due to her getting doxxed. There is almost a 0% chance that she was not 17 during that time. So what
happened was, Destiny was involved in a leak he's now being sued up for. Someone he was talking with, which is the 17-year-old, but we didn't know she was 17.
Yeah, so the leak is that Destiny seems to send another person news of a different person to like riz them up, and like I remember watching it and like he basically admitted it. It was kind of like lame. I don't know, man. It's like, how many fucking controversies does this guy have to be in before we're just like, okay, the Destiny fatigue's real?
So all of her messages got hacked and leaked, and then in those messages people revealed that he was sending his sexual videos with other people to her without their consent.
Yeah.
And so one of those girls is now suing Destiny, right? And so Kiwi Farms somehow, like, I don't know, some of them work at the NSA or NASA or something. They got a picture of this girl. They triangulated it through like 20 face recognition ID and somehow matched up all their moles and was like, this is the person. It's nuts, okay? You can't hide anything from them. All you have to do is not sext with minors, right? Or do anything sexual with minors, and then you don't have to worry that much about Kiwi Farms, right? But anyway, go ahead, Willie.
What I usually do, and reached out to get a comment. He said the girl, Rose, told him she was...
From what I remember, there was no proof that like he knew that she was 17 if she was, and there was even the insinuation that she was like an adult, based on like what I saw, because she was like all on Tinder and stuff, and I would assume somebody that's on Tinder would be of age, unless you can get on Tinder without being an adult, which is strange.
She was 19 and in college at the time, and that the leaker Solo, who is her ex-boyfriend, confirmed that she lied about her age to him. This is true. In similar scandals, this is where people usually argue, is he lying? Did he actually know the age? Is it his fault if he was catfish? He's
forgetting somebody, of course, Sin Jared. My favorite, the original, who continues to skate by, totally unscathed. Go ahead, Jared. Tell us this. I mean, tell us.
What this all came down to was people saying that I was exchanging nudes with fans on Snapchat and Tumblr.
Isn't Jared like innocent?
And a lot of people want to know if I did any of that.
Well, he didn't, obviously, right? So good.
Yeah, I did.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Well, who cares if you're sexing with your fans? I really just don't care about that. Not to be a fucking asshole, but like I'm not really too concerned if you're consensually sexing with your fans that are of the same age as like within an appropriate age range. Personally, it's not something that really morally bothers me too much. Especially since once you're like big enough of a content creator, who the fuck else is going to want to talk to you? You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck.
That's a direct excerpt from his video. But that's for Jared. Go ahead, Willie.
All the details to come out before I comment. This is not why I went to the police. It's because he continued to write. I didn't know this until way later, but the video she recorded with other guys, the file names are like screen recording, blah, blah, blah. And then he shows me a screenshot of the top of a video clip and says, her boyfriend was recording these on Skype calls. That's absolutely insane to think about him doing all of this if she was 17.
The irony of
Yeah, true, but I mean, I imagine they would be like the same age, right? So
that is absolutely unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, bro, it's on your computer.
Well,
you think that's crazy? Yeah, it is. It's on your computer.
I don't think the big bombshell here is the fact that it's called screen recording.
No.
I think it's everything else.
Well, I think that the big part of the strategy here is to deflect and be like, well, oh, you think I acted inappropriately? Well, what about the boyfriend? He must have also did a bad thing too. I think that's the whole point, is to try to like bring it to somebody else, which seems to kind of be like part of the strategy. You know, you get in trouble for something and then you just kind of deflect onto somebody else, and it's like, oh, well, maybe I'm bad, but what about them? If they're bad by comparison, look at us, we're all complicit, like that kind of a thing.
Else.
Why would he say this? But it gets crazier.
On Skype calls. That's absolutely insane to think about him doing all of this if she was 17. Well, this is insane to me because he's saying Rose's boyfriend recorded CP while sending me a screenshot of the alleged CP. So I asked to confirm if he just did that. If you were sending me this, I'm guessing you still have that video. Destiny replies, depends on why you're asking. But yes.
Does it?
Now, the depends on why you're asking is interesting because it implies that under the right conditions, he would send this to him.
Also, like the cheeky emoji, like depends why you're asking. Do you want to see? Like
that's kind of was like, it depends. Do you want to beat off to this?
Yeah, it's like,
or,
it's really
or are you trying to get me busted?
Right.
You're trying to beat off, then we're dogs. Let's go. Anyway.
Well, I mean, you trying to get me busted, or are you trying to bust with me? You know what I mean?
Then he continues to say, yes, I have it.
I created copies of all of our messages and everything when that court case started. Just to be clear, he's admitting to having alleged CP downloaded.
Why would he even like respond to any of this stuff?
On his computer. He literally has the video open as I'm talking to him. I go, bro, there's been allegations at least since my last video that she was underage, and you still have potential CP of her? He replies, I have an obligation to preserve relevant evidence, etc. So I created backups of all of the important / relevant.
I just feel like if there was actual CP, your first of all, your lawyer probably wouldn't have you save it. Second of all, I feel like your lawyer wouldn't want you to be talking to other people about it. Like, do you think your lawyer is like, yeah, you know what? If Willie Mack ever messages you, kind of indicate you might have a picture of a 17-year-old girl naked on your thing. Oh yeah, it's it's a good legal. Like, why would you even admit this? It's just so weird because like one of the things about Destiny that a lot of people say, and myself included, is like, oh, well, he's like morally shit, but like I get it, he's a smart guy, whatever. But then he does something like this, and it just makes me so curious as to why. Like, why would you tell Willie Mack something that you know comes off as you might have CP on your computer? And I feel, and I don't know why. Maybe he's too comfortable with Willie. Maybe he thought Willie was a friend first. I mean, to me, it might indicate that like Destiny considered Willie Mack some kind of like a friendly figure, enough to like share something that like he probably shouldn't have. So I don't know. It's very strange.
In conversation.
So this is not true. You do not have any obligation to save child porn under no condition, legal or civil. Are you under any obligation to save child pornography on your hard drive?
to help defend yourself in court.
Sir, I would like the evidence to speak for itself. Yeah. I'm accused of having child pornography. The evidence? The child pornography. As you can see, you are right, sir. This is how child porn works. If you have it, you're guilty. If you have it, that's a crime. The only people that can legally have child pornography, anyone under 18, is an investigator, an official, a police person who's in the service of investigating or working on some kind of crime, right? That excludes Destiny, of course. Now, I don't think he's that dumb. So what?
He has this weird arrogance to be legally fine with everything he does. Is that like Destiny? Is that what you're talking about, August?
My theory is, and again, this is all conjecture, and it doesn't really matter, honestly, but I think he kept it in the spank bank. I think he just kept it to...
Again, if it... I don't know if he exactly is CP, but, you know.
Because he likes it.
It's just so stupid.
I don't know, man. I feel like I'd be careful over-validating. You know, it's a claim. You know what I mean? Like, it's a claim. And there seems to be some validity to it, but that doesn't mean, you know, we don't want to go too far in validating it since it's, like, alleged right now.
Bit to keep it.
Like, there's got to be a piece of your brain. And I know Destiny is a very sharp guy. I've seen his debates, seen his videos. There's got to be a piece of your brain who's like, well, okay, so hold on, let me get this straight. He's just learned recently, after this Kiwi Farm thing happened a couple days ago, that she's 17. According
to Willie Mack, it was already like a potential though before that.
So like
before he found out for sure.
So a few days ago is when the story broke, and so according to his account, he just found out. Which I have some interesting info on that, but let's continue.
Because I don't think I'm allowed to delete it. LOL. I don't know if it counts as hiding / destroying.
Why not just be like, oh, dude, I don't think that she was that age. I don't have anything like of her on my computer though. Once I found out, I got rid of it or something, or I turned it over to my lawyer, or I don't know, just something's got to be better than what he did. No.
Evidence.
That's easy to find out.
It's child porn.
It's easy to find out. You ask your lawyer.
Yeah.
It's actually child porn. I don't know if I should erase this child porn. That's a question he asked himself. Do I need to save this child porn for evidence?
Well, that's the thing is like, I mean, given the circumstances, you'd think that he would know the answer to whether he needs to save it or not, because he would just ask the lawyer, what do I do? I don't know what to do right now. You know, I don't know. What the fuck?
No.
Or just say I don't have anything saved of it, or just something better than what he did.
You don't. Pretty clear.
reply, talk to a lawyer, that seems crazy to me. Who keeps this sort of stuff on their computer without 100% knowing if they're supposed to or not? Isn't that something you want to confirm? I continued, you just let me know you have CP videos saved to your computer. You knew it was alleged that she was underage. You still have them. Do you see how this is? So now I've confirmed that this guy has child porn on his computer. In my 8 years of reaching out to people over allegations, I've never had anyone admit that to me. The last message he
Yeah, it's gotta be a scary thing, man. Thinking that you might potentially be complicit in this.
sent me was one. I don't even know 100% of her age was legitimately less than 18 when these were taken. So basically, he's not 100% sure if he has child porn.
That's the thing. Nobody knows what he did, and everybody's just assuming. Well, yeah, I mean, that's fair. I understand that. But at the same time, Destiny's a smart guy, and I feel like he knows the legal language that he has to say in order to keep himself out of trouble. I think that some people are just malicious, right? They hate Destiny, although that seems like a justifiable move. Some people might be like, oh, I'm reading between the lines. Like, you know, this guy... if he didn't have it, he would just say no. He seems to be using like plausible deniability language almost, you know?
Exactly where my problem begins. If you don't know for sure, you should never engage. Like, you need to be more responsible than that.
Yeah, and that's the Pro Jared thing. It's like, Pro Jared, he was getting nudes from his fans, and he goes, you got to be 18 to send them. And they're like, yeah, of course. And then he just collects everybody's nudes. It's like, that's why you don't get fucking nudes from random people online.
Did Pro Jared get nudes from minors? I feel like that's not true. Is that what he's claiming here? What the fuck?
And especially if you're a fucking influencer, right? And you know she's hella young, which, again, I have proof of that, which you guys, I have something to show you guys at the end that made Dan almost keel over.
Am I just, like, ignorant? I've never seen the part where Pro Jared got nudes from minors. I've never seen that before. Is that even true? Okay.
That insanely cringe. You guys are gonna fucking die. So stay tuned to the end. It's gross.
Okay.
100% of her age was legitimately less than 18 when these were taken. So basically, he's not 100% sure if he has child porn on his computer.
So it seems like he kind of was like, I don't know if she was a minor or not, but now it seems like they know she was a minor, and he continues. So it's like he was already fucked up keeping it, but he had some plausible deniability. But now it seems like they know she's under.
He got lied to? Oh, is that what happened?
Age, and now he still has it for evidence. Judge, I would like to plead my defense here. I kept the child pornography on my hard drive because I thought the police might need it.
For you, Judge. I kept it for you.
Would you like to see it, Judge? Why don't you post it on Twitter, Destiny?
Hey, you never know. Didn't they just like let like a fucking like some Israeli national or something off with fucking CP? I don't know. Maybe the judges are in on it. I don't know.
That way everyone has the... Well, don't do that, by the way. I'm just saying. Joke.
He's just 99% sure. Got it. 2, I'm pretty sure I have an obligation to preserve stuff related to my court case.
Yeah,
I talked about it with my lawyer already, specifically with regards to the Rose stuff. So
yes, you have an obligation to save stuff. There's you don't want to be spoilating evidence. That does not include child porn. That's like emails, text, data, conversation. Not child pornography, man. Not nude images and videos of children. That is not part of the legal... that is not part of our legal system. The fuck? That's just mind-numbingly dumb.
He's just 99% sure. Got it. 2, I'm pretty sure I have an obligation to preserve stuff related to my court case. I've talked about it with my lawyer already, specifically with regards to the Rose stuff.
Did you tell your lawyer you have child porn? Did you tell your lawyer? Okay. Small asterisks. Yes, I'm supposed to save all my communications with her. Small asterisks. She might be a minor, and I might have videos of her naked. Is that going to be a problem? Do you think he said that to his lawyer?
I don't, because...
No shot!
In
His
the
lawyer would have been
before,
like... I don't know. What is a lawyer has... I don't know what's the lawyer... I don't even know what you do at that point as a lawyer.
You just be like, I can't represent you.
in the message before to Willie, he sounded like, I'm not sure if I should be saving it. There was hesitation in the way he described it.
Saved
So
it for a while.
it does not sound to me like that was an order from your lawyer.
No, of course not.
Right, like exactly. Like you would talk to your fucking lawyer about this beforehand. So it's very strange.
So no lawyer would tell you that. You know why? Because it's illegal to have child porn, right?
So we went from, I don't know if I could delete this, to my lawyer says it's totally fine to keep. I don't know the law, but the idea that his lawyer would tell him to hold on to CP for a civil case. Just
his lawyer, by the way, is not going to like that.
No.
You're telling people I told
Are you sure?
you to do what? I don't think the bar looks kindly on stuff like that.
Maybe he should have got like a better YouTube lawyer that would have been more sympathetic to him, you know?
Doesn't seem likely to me. I don't know. LawTube can figure that out. 3, if something were to come out of this, I don't know if I'd want to wipe everything and not have something to turn over to the authorities. If
Not child porn, right? Like, it's just simple. Like, I just go back to this thing.
I wonder if he kept it just so that he can like use that information, just in case he wanted to like release sensitive information against her in case she like releases stuff against him. Because I know like it seems like his community is pretty chill with doing some unhinged shit like that, like just constant like revenge porn shit. No.
Here it's really simple. You just say, well, not child porn. If you have nudes, pictures, or videos of children, then not that. Everything but that. right?
To wipe everything and not have something to turn over to the authorities. If hypothetically, whenever a political creator is about to give a hypothetical, you know you're about to hear some weird shit. If hypothetically her boyfriend or whatever was actually trafficking her or getting her to fuck other dudes on video for him, and if there was ever some kind of investigation into that, am I hurting the chance of looking into him by deleting all
You
of
are
this stuff?
insanely stupid.
Oh, how noble of you.
This is just investigator destiny. He likes to do that in his
Oh, Investiny, of course. That's why we gotta love the political stuff. You gotta love the debate stuff, guys.
private time. He likes to help investigators.
It's so important that I hold on to this child pornography for the chance that one day I'm given the noble opportunity to help find the real perpetrator, right? That's my passion. I want to stop child. You have to keep the child pornography to stop the child pornography. What don't you understand?
He's saving space in his heart and in his
Holding space in his heart.
I got no space in my heart for child porn. None. Empty. Total void there. This message is so crazy. If hypothetically her boyfriend or whatever was actually trafficking her and getting other dudes to fuck her on video, is that the video he has? He's making it seem like the video has of her having sex with somebody, which is even, I don't know if it's worse because it's all child porn, but that's really graphic. Yeah. And if there was ever some kind of investigation, am I hurting any chance of looking into it? Bro, you're participating in it. If people are looking into this and trying to bust people with child porn,
This is so fucking strange.
you would
Did Ethan like actually confirm that it was child porn though? No?
be,
Or
you're not, you would be the defendant.
He thinks he's the Dexter Morgan of child porn.
Right. He
Surprise, motherfucker.
he views the child porn so he knows that it exists.
Right. He's hearing his
This
urges.
is great. He goes, I surf the web all day looking for child pornography. As soon as I find it, I save it onto my hard drive. So that one day, one glorious day, when the police come looking for me, I'll be able to hand them this drove of child pornography to help them catch all these criminals. Awesome. Wow.
Oh, so now the reason he's keeping the CP is because of a hypothetical criminal case that he is not pursuing at all. Okay, maybe these reasons are legally sound.
If you cared about doing that, you would just turn it over. If you're like, there's a crime happened here against this girl, you would send that over to the FBI or something. You wouldn't like keep it. I would like to know how many times he's opened that. Bro, you know, what's the chances that that dude hasn't continued to beat off to that video?
It's just not even.
Again, I don't know for
about
sure.
that.
That's my opinion.
I mean, maybe. I don't know if we've necessarily confirmed that it was child pornography or if that she was that age or not.
Just making sure
I just don't think the way that Destiny's talking about it is particularly helpful for him.
the fire wasn't corrupted, you know?
But
This is his first coverage into this. Yeah, it's kind of irresponsible then to like overly validate this, that it is absolutely what happened or not.
This is the logic I use when I talk about Michael Jackson. We know the kid slept in his bed. Lots of them. What's the chances he didn't at least flick one of their dicks? Like, you know,
Okay. Incredible. I love it. Jesus Christ.
something happened.
A fairly vulgar way to put it.
Right. It is.
But yeah, no, I'm with
my
you.
point is like, he's got it.
Well, I heard that the kid said they were 18.
Yeah. He actually filmed it just in case. I saved all the videos
He
just in
saved,
case.
he saved even some underwear just to have, evidence.
So they could change later.
Officer, I have all of these videos of me having sex with these children, just in case you needed it. They said they were 18, officer. Oh, God.
That came from his lawyer. Maybe he's lying and just saying anything to make it sound better to me. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I just know this guy's admitting to having CP in my DMs.
Listen, I'm not a lawyer.
fuck?
I just talked to one on ChatGPT, and ChatGPT told me there's no you can't have child porn
How am I getting hit
for any reason.
60 gigabytes according to him. Seriously, how does he know the amount if he doesn't have it? Also, how does her boyfriend being in the wrong somehow make Destiny in the right? It makes no sense. For all he knows, her boyfriend could have been 17 as well. Dude, you were 33.
True.
I reported this to the police and recorded my interactions and calls with the detective.
William, how you doing? Okay.
Hello, nice to speak with you again.
Great question.
Sure.
You had screenshots or copies of the
Yes.
when you guys spoke about having child porn and all that?
Yep. I also sent him my DMs with Destiny. I don't
I mean, I doubt this is going to go anywhere legally with Destiny, since I mean, I couldn't imagine unless she comes forward and says, "Yes, I was 17," and like proves it. I guess the day it, but I still would have reported it too, because it's like, what the fuck are you're sending me? Don't share that with me. I don't want to know about that. You're making me like potentially complicit.
know if anything will come from this. I don't like leaking DMs. It's me respecting what creators want.
Bro, it's a crime. It's okay in this case. Like, and also you teased it out of him very straightforward. You didn't like even trick him.
Right.
You're like, do you have child porn on your hard drive? He's like, yeah. Do you want to see it?
Oh shit.
The record allows me to talk to all sides of the situation, build trust with the creator, and also allows me to get follow-up statements for when the drama develops. But when you tell me that you're in possession of and going to remain in possession of CP, that confidentiality is over. I shouldn't even need to say that. If
No, you
Destiny
don't.
ends up being legally in the right to keep it, then fair enough. If he ends
Ow.
up getting charged, then I'm glad I did something.
Well, then the idea would be that it wasn't actually CP, or I guess the lawyer said to keep it. I don't know.
I'm just trying to do the right thing in a situation I've never been in before.
Yeah, and you did the right thing, honestly. That's pretty badass. You called the police. That was absolutely warranted. And it seems like they seem pretty interested. And I mean, they got the messages.
What makes them seem interested? I don't understand. I don't understand that part. What makes them like seem interested? They seem like they just kind of got it. Hey, we got it. Thanks, brother. You know.
They know, that'd be crazy if Destiny goes to jail. That'd be a twisty. You might say it was his destiny.
Oh.
Oh damn! All that just for that joke, huh?
So anyway, okay. So if there's people who are like, well, he thought she was 19. He didn't know she was young. Remember, so he was 33 at the time. Max.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I don't. know that he knew she was 17. I mean, it would still be illegal if she is, but okay.
That Willie Mack said. So look at this screenshot. This is part of the leaked conversations. Now I'm going to warn you guys. This is going to make you want to die. But it is important. The first one is not going to want to make you die. This one's just a little tease. So he's talking with her. She said, gotta watch it on mute. He sent her a porn video. Gotta watch it on mute. Family and kids all over the place here in our house. He said, yes, ma'am. And then he said, if you can, give me a discreet vid of your little feets.
Okay.
Okay.
Just sit on
What?
that.
Why? Oh, because the feet would be little? I don't know. Maybe he's... I mean, I don't really care about the weird foot fetish shit, so...
That's nothing compared to what... But also, it's definitely doing a little age play here. Can I see...
Is it? Well, I don't know. Maybe her feet are just little. That's not necessarily mean she's a fucking kid, but okay.
your little feets? A secret video of your feet?
Little bit.
Okay, you guys ready?
I'm ready, daddy.
All right, here it goes. She says to him, my parents are super, super strict. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't go there. Don't talk to me. So I mean, when you're like, oh, my parents don't let me do anything fun, it's like, oh, you're a kid. His response is this. And I will...
I guess, but you'd be like a 19-year-old kid. Which brings, like, let's say she is 19, because that's, you know, people are not exactly aging the quickest now. Stay at home later. I mean, I lived with my mom until I was like fucking 30, dude. It's fucking tough out there, boy. So that doesn't necessarily mean that she's an underage. This is a conversation about people maturing slower, I guess.
Well, read it verbatim. He says, well, fuck. It would be so hot to drive you home from a date and make you suck me off in the car. I'd love to send you inside your parents' house after making you swallow a full load from me.
Okay. Gotcha.
He knew she was a child and like.
Why does that make it know she's a child? I don't understand. Did she have an OnlyFans?
That might be the worst thing I've ever read.
I don't understand. I mean, I guess you could argue age play or something. I don't think this necessarily indicates that he knew she was young.
Worst thing I've ever read.
I'm a little desensitized because that's
These logs are from a 26-year-old. Why do you say that?
the second time I read it. The first time, my jaw was on the floor. But that might be the most fucked up, disgusting thing I've ever read in my life. Also, why does he say...
This is a different female who's 26? Okay. Wait, is that true? Is this actually from somebody who's 26 years old? Is that fucking confirmed? Does Ethan acknowledge that? Or are you guys just trolling me because you're Destiny defenders? Blurred for spicy pick. I don't understand. Is this for sure? Wrong convo? Ah, okay. Well, that's stupid of him to do.
I have a problem with the way he says, make you suck me off.
Oh, so maybe they're just having some... So maybe he's like 30-something sexting with a 26-year-old, and maybe they are having a DDLG conversation, which frankly I don't care about. If you want to be weirdos as adults, I don't care. As long as you're both adults, I really don't give too much of a fuck, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I have a problem.
Well, yeah, and that follows up him saying that he has been in orgies before, but not by free will.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Wait,
you see right there?
What? What the fuck is that?
She says, you've done group orgies before? And he said, not by free
Wait,
will.
what? I missed that. Have you done group sex before? Yes, or not by free will? I was forced?
Oh.
No, she's like, I was raped. And he's like, send me pics of your feet.
Oh, she said that, yeah.
Not by free will?
What? Have you done group sex orgies before? Not by free will. No. X sex with the hearts. I was forced to. Oh, okay.
I was forced?
Oh.
No, she's like, I was raped. And he's like, send me pics of your feet.
Oh, she said that, yeah.
She's basically...
Boner killer. Just kidding. Boner killer, guys. If we're sexting, don't tell me about your horrible tragedies, okay? No, I'm just fucking with you.
insinuating that she's been raped or assaulted. Hold on. Hi, Chiefy. I know, it's very concerning. It's very concerning. Don't worry. This man is going to go away.
I don't know. This one doesn't seem particularly concerning, to be honest with you. It seems like in Ethan's like pettiness, he's willing to like pretty much validate anything. It's just so disproportionate. It's so strange. Ethan is. I like Ethan. Just to be clear, I like Ethan a lot, and I enjoy. At times, I enjoy his pettiness. Just to be clear, but these are those moments that are like, what are you doing? You know, throughout the whole Ethan Hassan Destiny thing, anytime Destiny comes up, Ethan like kind of just he doesn't say he doesn't like Destiny. Usually, he's just kind of like, oh no, I'm not attached to Destiny. Blah blah blah. He plays it safe, and maybe that's just because he doesn't want to be in too many controversies with too many people at once. So I do understand why he's not like, okay, I'm with Hassan, I'm not going to go right off against Destiny because then it's could bring like more heat onto me from two different communities, and like sometimes it's, I mean, obviously it makes sense to do one at a time. But he didn't really disavow him until Destiny. Well, Destiny did the whole death threat thing against Hassan, which like really fucked. I think I kind of fucked the image over for, you know, Hassan suggested that Ela was a valid military target. No reason to bring her up. Then Destiny makes death threats against Hassan and kind of gives Hassan the out to play victim. So that's probably why. But it's like weird, and it's like now it's like a no holds barred, no holds bar. Let's just validate every single allegation that's made, and let's like kind of be very petty about it. And it comes off as like, okay, this is very jarring.
Chief is a minor, honestly. He's big, but he's a minor. I know.
You look really mature for your age there, Chief.
I know. He's gonna go away for a long time. We got the police chief right here. Hey. Oh, I love this dog.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So he goes, I know, Chiefy Beefy.
Aww.
So she goes, yeah, I was raped. And he responds by saying, I'd like to make you suck my dick, take a load, and go into your parents' house.
Nice.
Wait.
Can you not?
Maybe her dad would join in. Maybe they're role playing. I don't know. I have no idea what the fuck's going on right now.
So yeah, I don't know.
Sure.
But it's safe to say that... oh, wait, there's another one. I'm probably getting my braces off in a couple of weeks.
Whoa.
Oh, exciting. Are you looking forward to it? Bro, you're talking to a child. You're 33, and you're talking to someone who's like, I can't wait to get my braces off.
That's true. Could be. I don't know if it is. You know, there's adults with braces. I really have no idea.
What's next? You're going to be like...
the fucking Minecraft thing, dude.
Oh, sorry. I have to go. I have to go play wall ball with my friends. Ow.
See, wall ball? What the fuck?
Sorry,
How old are you?
I need to go...
Wall ball?
I don't know. That's what I did when I was a kid.
Handball?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
No, I played wall ball, but like fifth grade, not high school.
Yeah, 5th grade.
Okay, is wall ball a thing?
It's a kid's thing.
Yeah,
at
it's, yeah.
recess.
I called it. I think I called it handball too, bro.
Okay, fair enough.
We called it wall ball.
What's it called? The one where you hit it in a circle?
That's why handball.
Oh, no, that's
tetherball.
tetherball, bro.
Tetherball.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
I gotta go. Well, tetherball's kind of epic.
We should get one for the
Tetherball
parking
is
lot.
fun. Tetherball.
We should get a tetherball. This is where we've gone off the track here. Basically, I just wanted to report on this. I want to give a shout out to Willie Mack, who did this reporting. Willie Mack, go send him some love and support. I don't know what this is going to be like for him, or if people are going to be mad. I don't know what's to be mad about once you read this kind of a message like that. Like,
I don't know, man. It's like Ethan could have handled this. He probably could have interacted with these claims a little more responsibly. You know, would have been probably pretty good if he did that. I think he made himself look a little silly here.
even if you're like a Destiny Defender fan, and you're like, listen, he thought she was an adult. He didn't do anything wrong. She lied. Pro Jared defense.
I mean, he might not have known. We still don't know yet. I don't like Destiny, so I'm tired of like being like, oh no. It's just it's exhausting. You know, you just see Destiny always a fucking problem here, always a problem there, always this, always that. It's not even really worth just not even worth like giving it consideration. Every other day there's a new excuse, there's a new argument, there's a new thing against Destiny. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, that's why I'd rather just disengage generally from the situation or from the conversation.
What the fuck are you gonna say about this?
I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah, Ethan is pretty rough when it comes to covering allegations, to be honest with you. I mean, I hate to say it, even the Colleen Ballinger shit, he pushed that hard as if she was some kind of predator when she wasn't. Well, she was irresponsible, absolutely, but this whole predatory like angle here is fucking, it's insane. It's pretty much every single time. There just seems to be some kind of fucking something. Oh, fuck me.
I am so curious to hear what they're going to say.
Well, I guess if they said anything, it would just be, well, they're just doing age play doesn't mean you're having sex with a minor.
So like, but bro, did you
Well, what
see
if they're
how
actually a
hot she
minor?
was?
Well, yeah, true. Is true.
Yeah. That's the ultimate age play, isn't it?
Method.
He's method acting. All right, well, listen, guys. That's the video. Thanks for watching. This is a VOD on demand. A video VOD on demand. And thanks for watching. See you next time.
All right.
Welcome.
Cool stuff, baby. He was right about Vosh. That one's valid. All right, so we got him covering the Willie Mack video. Ethan promotes his video on Destiny along with the confronting backlash. With confronting backlash he received on a video as well as Destiny comment there under it. Okay, here we go. Did he validate Call Me Carson? I thought he didn't. Am I wrong? Ethan Klein dropped the video on Destiny's scandal. Destiny even showed up. Whatever. Let's see. Just dropped a new VOD on demand. Video VOD on demand? Isn't it VOD a video on demand? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Is the claim that the DMs are yours but with someone other than Rose? Do you deny having a 17-year-old's news on your computer? Insane to see the guy spamming lawsuits of people reading a totally unrelated set of DMs pretending they were the same person. I've never contacted the Rose person on IG at any point in my life, but this guy and his Hassan Suck-Up crew are just chuckling along as they read off leaked revenge porn of me. Very high moral standards, I guess, or just desperately trying to cater to the audience. I guess that's kind of valid. I'm trying to be open-minded. If I got anything wrong, please tell me with evidence, and I will immediately correct and retract. So far, I cannot find a single thing that corroborates anything you're saying. Destiny literally admitted to Willie Mack directly that he has pornographic content of a 17-year-old. I feel like that's not true. I feel like he did not explicitly say that. nowhere did he kept saying if she is 17, right? I mean, she might have been. I don't know. She may have lied to him. I don't really know. He'd still be legally in a bind, but nowhere did Destiny deny this. Was Rose actually the opposite? He essentially confirmed that it's her under the convo. The DMs from Destiny and her are horrific as well. You say they are fake, but what is your evidence? These were part of the original leak. Everything else in that leak was true, but just not this one thing. And I really don't care about invading his privacy when it comes to 33-year-old having and keeping sexual content of a minor on a computer. That's just straight up a crime. Seems stupid. Okay, great stuff. Destiny, Ethan's pulling a Destiny now. I don't think he's helping here. Let's see, Dan Solomon setbacks from the Anything Else podcast after people start to go after his wife and kids. That sucks. Okay. If you really want to arrive, I step back from AE. Okay, gotcha. And they're okay, yeah, gotcha. We don't necessarily need to read that. Destiny responded to both Willie Mack and Ethan. Whoa. Incredible. Almost everything in this DM is wrong. Willie Mack is running cover because he wants to get in with the boys again. Who are the boys? What boys is Willie Mack out of with? 9/11. Sorry, let me call back. My OBS wasn't recording. I guess you could argue he shouldn't have recorded and showed people. And Ethan is trying to distance himself from me because he's too weak to deal with Hassan's attacks against him, using me as a vector since he has literally nothing of substance to contribute in this arena. Hassan's lack of intelligence is his biggest insecurity. That no amount of, I don't know what this means. Fintercide? The fuck does any of this mean? Oh, it's a prescription medication used to treat male pattern hair. Oh, he's on a male hair loss. Hair dye or bathtub photo shoots will compensate for. I have no CSAM on my computer. I've only complied with my legal obligations for my court cases. A 60 gig screenshot was related to a claim that the Rose person made, someone whose name and birth date have yet to be reliably confirmed. Ethan is literally reading off revenge porn leaks of mine and giggling, coughing because he's too lazy to use this inhaler like a silly little child. For DMs that had absolutely nothing to do with the Rose leak. Any reference to rape or orgies or anything else was literally in the context of DMs with a 26-year-old British woman. I've never DM'd that Rose person on Instagram in my life. Okay. I think Peterson was right. You, Zionist and genocide supporter in the United States with loyalty to Israel first. I think Ethan is much more radical. Not super radical, but more radical on the Israel shit, is he not, than Ethan? Has Willie Mack been having issues with commentary, guys? Is that what he's saying? I mean, I guess it explains why he made a video about it. Unless he's just content brained. That could also be possible. I've been there before. Who is Willie Mack falling out with when it comes to commentary? And Ela, genocidal IDF maniac, night raiding innocent Palestinians in the West Bank because she wasn't seeing enough bloodshed at her desk job, writing pardons for IDF rapists. Wow, that's incredible. My understanding is she was a, what was it? A clerk? What do you call that? An aide? Whatever. And she went on a raid one time because she was bored. I don't think she quite knew the extent of what was going on, but... Okay, it's Willie Mack versus Queenman and all. Oh, who cares? They're not really commentary guys. Nobody, like, I'm not trying to be an asshole. Nobody really cares about them. I don't really understand why Willie Mack would care about their perspectives. Stop engaging with them. Yeah, like, like when it comes to credible commentary people, I don't think that they're the first ones up. Okay. Anyway, deserve all the CPS calls for the dog shit eating claims and everything else. You deserve zero sympathy from anyone else on the internet when you're so quick to turn around over on same snark shit that's been plaguing you for years as soon as you think it's beneficial. There's an argument to be made there a little bit. I hope your prior maid takes you for a million or lawsuit against you guys as well. For anyone else watching, you should assume that every single influential person you meet on the internet is a terrible human being with zero values or principles. See you tomorrow for the stream. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate because Destiny has no credibility left, but he's managed to stay alive. Meanwhile, Ethan kind of does. But I will just say, like, yeah, there's times where Ethan gets too petty and shit when he really shouldn't be. I agree with that. You know, I think he needs to learn how to play optics a little better. You know, be a little more balanced because he does get very snarky. Like, I remember sometimes when he does like Mr. Beast coverage, it's always like very snarky. He does have like some snarky energy. You know, I remember one of the things I would say to, you know, about Ethan would be like, hey, right after, so he disconnected from Hassan, And then he made his nuke, and he wouldn't stop talking about it. I thought the nuke was great. Talk about it on the next stream, and then like move on from it. Talk about other content. Do your other thing. Obviously, he's successful no matter what he talks about. And then when it's relevant, come back and talk about it instead of constantly talking about it over and over again. Because that's kind of what it is that Ethan's like easy to bait for them. So Hassan basically sends his goons to go after Ethan and bait him into reacting, so they all get content. And then Hassan could be like, "You're just crazy. You're obsessed with me." You know, it's an unfortunate reality of being creators, like ignoring idiot voices. And he kept going, and then I kept saying like he probably should chill. He's probably should chill. Then obviously once like the CPS call was made and the human skulls being sent, I kind of stopped talking about that because at that point it escalated so far that Ethan hyper focusing on the topic was justified. But before that, I really think that there is probably, you know, and again, I'm not nearly as big as a creator, so maybe I just don't understand the considerable backlash. But I feel like you got to pick your battles better, no? I feel like picking your battles would be smarter. But okay. Yi points out Destiny edited his tweet to call Ethan Neela Zionist genocide supporters. Okay, well, is that really... Okay, he edited a part of it, got it. He edited that in there later. Willie Mack responds to Destiny. Ooh. I'm not doing this to get good graces anti-community. I'm doing this because you admitted to me in DMs that you were in possession of CP. What you're saying publicly is an entirely different story. Okay. Than our DMs. Wait, is that relevant? Okay. I shouldn't even have to say this, but if you ask, if I ask you if you have CP on your computer and you reply yes, I'll absolutely report you to the police. Did he say yes? If you're sending me this, I'm guessing you still have the video. Depends on what you're asking. But yes, I created a copy of all of our messages and everything when that court case started. But there's an allegation since at least the last video that she was underage, and you still have potential CP of her. I have an obligation to preserve relevant evidence, etc. So I created backups of all the important, relevant conversations with her. Blah blah blah. That's nuts, man. Seems crazy to me, bro. You let me know that you still have CP videos saved to your computer. You knew it was alleged that she was underage. You still have them. Do you know how fucked this is? One, I don't even know if she's age is under 18. I'm pretty sure I have an obligation to preserve. If something were to come out of this, I don't know what I want. Okay, gotcha. So it's not necessarily explicitly saying that it's CP there, just to be clear. Nicholas Iorio. Literally proves what I've been saying all week. Destiny was once praised for saving right-wingers and essentially debating them into being born-again liberals. These days, Destiny has gone full scorched earth, and he's essentially just a spite-driven freak who lashes out like a child. He's lost control of his life. His family has exploded. He's being sued. His business partners are leaving. He's a husk. Kind of. I think he's always engaged in these tactics. It's just that people are starting to just be like, okay, this is stupid. But yeah, I generally agree with that. You know? I generally agree, especially now that his kid is so publicly active. What is he, like 14 years old? Some fucking loser, by the way, debating a 14-year-old kid going through some like weird shit online. Intentionally to grab clout off Destiny's name. Who is that? Drew Parmesan or something? That guy's a fucking loser. But, you know, that's what, I mean, that's fucking... I understand having a kid at 20 and being confusing, but you're 30, what, 6 now? You know, I feel like a few years ago you should have started to, maybe when you're 30, started to try to, you know, maybe move back closer to your kid to see him consistently. I don't know. People used to get pissed off at me when I would say, you know, like, he's just a rich deadbeat dad. Why do you live in Florida? Oh, well, that's where all the content... They complain, man. If you have a kid, wouldn't you want to be around your kid? I don't know. What? You know what I mean? That's just like, why wouldn't you want to... Oh, no, you don't understand. I do. If I had a kid and I was divorced, I would live near my kid to see them, whatever the court said, because I'd want to try to be a good dad. But it's kind of hard to... You know, it'd be one thing if he lived by his kid and saw him every week and his kid was just going through an angsty phase, but he lives like fucking, you know, everywhere, like far away. It's just stupid. I don't know. I feel like that's like a big deal. Yeah, you're supposed to learn empathy at 30. It's such your cutoff, okay? Or when you're 30, that's when you learn empathy. He's a streamer, he can live where he wants. That's so true, dude. You're so stupid. He can live near his kid, he doesn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an adult, so I just kind of like, oh yeah. Like, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm lucky. I didn't have a kid at 20, so I know that I don't have to. I didn't have to deal with that. I wasn't particularly balanced at 20 years old, so I could understand not acting perfectly then. But I feel like there should have been a just better way to interact with that. You know, what the fuck? You know, you're 36 now. 6 years ago, your kid's 8. At 30, you're like, I got to move back home and I got to do some better stuff. You know, his ex-wife wanted to live in Miami. Okay, she was like 20, he was 30. Who cares? Just be like, no. Just say no. Just don't marry that person. I don't know. Your kid should be more important than some fucking girl. Anyway, so true, Nicholas Diorio. Willie Mack showcases some comments left on his Destiny video. Okay. She's 17, not 7, and has passed around many times. Who gives a shit? Meanwhile, Epstein case. Okay, great. So we don't care about that. I don't know, man. It seems pretty irresponsible to turn out this video when you admit yourself you don't know all the facts. It's totally plausible. I don't know why you're reading. To me, this is like really, Max. Stop reading comments and stop taking them seriously enough to respond to them. Stop responding to Willie. Stop responding to comments. If you want to respond to people, make a fucking streaming channel and start streaming and responding to stuff. But either way, like this is one of the things. Like, stop it. Stop being stupid. You know, Willie Mack is an established creator. That's credibility, in my opinion, is only going up. He puts out pretty solid content whenever he talks about. It's a fucking waste of time for you to be scrolling through comments and responding to people. That's the stupidest fucking thing in the world. And I like Willie Mack a lot. That's just so stupid. Set the boundary. Set the boundary that you're just not going to respond to stuff, and people will get the hint. You know, you're giving them material to cry about. Just stop talking about stuff on Twitter. Honestly, just get offline. Work on your videos. Work on turning out some shorts to, you know, that you can make even more money, do even better. That would be much more productive use of your time. You know, go through your fucking videos. Go click, oh, motherfucker. Shit. Go through your own videos. Go find fucking moments where people screenshots or people will timestamp stuff through your video. At least they will for me. Go and look for clips or something to put out. You know, be a little more productive. Stop wasting your time scrolling fucking Twitter. I don't know. So, Ethan calls out Destiny's community for coping. The coping from Destiny's community is not making a lot of sense to me. Didn't he confirm to Willie Mack 3 times that these news are of a 17-year-old in his compound? That was communicated unambiguous to me. What am I missing? Because that's not true. That's an accurate interpretation, I think, is one of your problems. Ethan has another message for Destiny's community. Whoa, that's insane. Ethan has another message. Destiny fans, here's the issue. You say nobody knows for sure if she was 17 when the news were exchanged. The fact that Destiny has even put himself in the position of receiving naked photos of a minor, even inadvertently, is a massive problem. This man clearly exploits his vulnerable fans for sexual gratification. He was 33 at the same time she was 17/18. How can anyone defend? Come on, dude. This is what I'm talking about. He shot from the fucking hip. He assumed she was 17. And then now he's like, well, you know what? Now we're just talking out of it. This is like the fucking problem. This is one of the issues, one of the reasons why it's like, it sucks. It sucks being it's got to be hard to be an Ethan fan, because I'm an Ethan fan. I enjoy Ethan, but it's like, you know, when he's getting fucking right, like he's getting fucked, and like, you know, he's in the right. It's a great day to be an Ethan fan. When he's not in the right, it's a terrible day to be an Ethan fan. You know, it's like, what is this? This is a backtrack. You were said that it was absolutely she was 17. Now it's like, oh wait, maybe she was. You know, did you accidentally jump the gun? Are you saying these things on purpose just to be fucking, just to like bandwagon? It's just like, what is going on here? Nicholas Diorio points out Destiny is no. Okay, let's see what we got here. Destiny's now targeting Willie Mack's wife. Okay, also, I didn't want to leak this, but now I guess I will. When I was in Israel a year and a half ago, the Mossad did actually want to hire me for propaganda, but I said it would be way too obvious. Offered me a cutie pie in exchange for it, but I said I don't know what this is. Vyvanse arc made it not appealing, right? Because he was no longer horny. I didn't want to say anything, but I noticed the exact same Israel agent they were offering me. It just happens to be Willie Mack's new wife. Okay, great. Fun stuff. Very boring. Destiny sarcastically responds to Nicholas Diorio. Whoa, incredible. I'm sorry, I'd like to ask forgiveness today for my audience. In anger, I spoke and fabricated lies about small Willie Mack's wife. What does small Willie Mack mean? She is not, in fact, a foreign asset assigned by the Mossad to keep track of U.S. assets for purposes of Hasbara propaganda. I'm deeply ashamed to be part of this rumor. I hope you find... Okay, gotcha. Yeah. How do you guys know it was sarcastic? Maybe he's autistic. I don't know. I'd also like to apologize. What is this? Hassan Parker clearly talking about the West Bank settlers and IDF in the region, but also commented on Ela's in the past tense. Destiny fans, this dog whistle is to murder Ela Klein in its current day. Yes. Nicholas, please stop dying on this hill. Destiny rages out against after getting reported to the police. Says Ethan Klein is a Zionist genocide supporter. Hila Klein is a genocidal IDF maniac, and makes a joke of almost directly repeating false allegations made by Bad Banana, the guy who published Willie's docs and his wife's docs on YouTube. Destiny fans, this is satire, and you're okay. Gotcha. I would also like to apologize for misleading all of you in the past. The Jew Illuminati is real. Gotcha. So Destiny's just doing this like weird thing where now he's just pretending. Okay. I guess he's just doing the Jewish question now as a meme. I tried to play it off after I realized the huge mistake I made talking about it publicly. But yes, they are indeed real, and I am indeed their black boots. Gotcha. Great. We gotta love. What does this serve to do by like pretending there's this magical Jewish entity here? Like, what meme? What are we doing here? You're 36 years old, aren't you? I feel like we had this. What else do I say? Like, you're a grown man. This enough is enough. Why are we doing this right now? Ethan is fucking stupid for over-validating that girl was 17. Destiny is a fucking deadbeat dad that's online making memes instead of focusing on how to help his child not be a fucking Nazi. I'm very confused. What are you doing here? If I was Destiny, I would have, chilled the fuck out, stop being such a toxic fuck, move back closer to your kid, and try to see him consistently and get him a fucking therapist. It's just like, what's the meme? Hey guys, here's the new meme, Free Palestine. Why is that funny to you? Like, okay. I don't think that there's anybody reasonable left in Destiny's audience. I think that it pretty much died out, and he's made no effort to get credibility back. Because I understand what this is like. Like, oh, let's make a meme. Everybody's fucking with me. I'm just gonna make a joke. Yeah, you're 36, dude. You're a grown fucking man. Like, you're a grown ass man. It's like, what are you doing? You're a grown man. What are you doing? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay, gotcha. Cool stuff. Thanks, Destiny. Confirming, I guess what we already knew here. But okay. You're a crazy fucker. Now that I have your attention, why did you tell Willie Mack you had to store archives of alleged CSAM material for your court case and then lie to your audience history about it? I don't know. Okay. Ethan continues going at Destiny in his community notes. All right. You're saying he knew it might have been a minor, and his lawyers told him to preserve the images to protect himself, which means he knew there was a chance of it being CP, but his lawyer absolutely did not tell him to hold as a potential CP. LOL. That never happened unless his lawyer is Jared Fogle. Ooh, the pedophile guy. Possessing CP is a crime, period, unless you are a Fed doing an investigation. There is no such thing as hanging on to CP just in case. It's just not a thing. All right, gotcha. That was the first third. Here's the second third. Destiny defers his legal court advice. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Types people are legitimately fucking silly if they don't think I'm not taking every single precaution necessary under advice of counsel. That's all I will sell. LOLW. Cool. Why are you talking to people in Discord? I don't know. What? Destiny fans, here is the issue. You say nobody knows for sure if she was 17 when the news were exchanged. The fact that Destiny even put himself... Okay, gotcha. Hassan puts himself in a position where he receives news from hundreds of fans without age verification, flexes it, opens them around others, but... Well, they're doing the thing. Didn't Ethan say something about that? Wow. It's making all the communities look good here. We're doing a good job here. You guys are doing great. Ethan Klein should do a mass ban of all these people storming his suburb, demanding that his paid employees speak up about Hassan Piker or ignore Destiny. Idubs was confirmed. Okay, I don't feel like reading all these. We got the general gist of it from Nicholas Diorio. Nicholas Diorio should also stop doing fucking Twitter so much. Or maybe that's his whole content strategy. Maybe that gets him the views. Maybe I'm stupid about that one. But I don't think it's good for Willie Mack, to be honest with you. We took our protein bar break. Let's see what Willie Mack responds with. Destiny basically said he can't respond till after the court case Pixie. Fair if true. Not fair enough if true. I think he should probably get on stream with his legal counsel and have them explain why having alleged CP since November is okay. In this instance, and legal. I have not seen one lawyer agree with this. Believe it or not, man, people are not hoping you are in possession of illegal CSAM. So true, King. Ethan is reminded of the Vosh tax folder incident. Whoa. Lots of folks dying on Lolly Hill. Lolly Hill is just silly to me. I'm reminded when the Vosh Lolly shit happened. Destiny defended Vosh, and I remember exactly what he said because I thought it was outrageous. He said, "How old is the girl in the drawing?" You mean how old is the drawing? It's a fucking drawing. Who cares? Well, this is one of those situations. I don't even know if that's true, but let's say that's true. Like, you know, this is one of those situations that kind of makes you look a little bad because, again, throughout the whole Hassan situation, Ethan didn't really speak negatively about Destiny at all, despite the fact that he was a degenerate fuck for the most part. And I get that that's probably a content strategy to not be in too many controversies with too many different communities at once. But like, it makes it look bad where it's like, hey, we're gonna beef now. Well, I have 40 fucking things to bring up as to why you suck. And it's like, oh, okay, what happened? You know, it makes me feel like very similar when it comes to people like Asmongold and people like Nuxtaku. You know, whether people want to hear this or not, Ethan Klein is the closest thing to the Joe Rogan of the left as we probably will ever get. As people like Hassan desperately want to be that. Of all the criticisms of Joe Rogan, there's one big thing is he's not really political. He just talks about politics sometimes. That's kind of Ethan. A regular guy while he talks about drama, right? It's very girly. And you have this opportunity to like call out shitty people, but it's like, well, I'm beefing with Hassan, the extended version, because I'm a little petty and can't stop talking about it. I'm not saying that he's completely unjustifiable, but there are moments where he's too petty. And it's like, okay, let's not turn our gaze on other people. You know, not the fucking but you have Asmongold going around saying, hey, we should remove the T from the LGBT because they cause the most controversy. That's what he says. And when he gets a little pushback, he acknowledges that like the people, like trans people, aren't even a problem, which means he knows that it's just conservatives melting down about trans people, which means he's just playing fence-sitting centrist cuck pussy boy. That's like giving in to the divide and conquer narrative. Conservatives are already going after gay people. They erased the Pulse nightclub crosswalk because they hate gay people so much. It was a memorial for 50 gay people who were slaughtered. But they hate gays so much they wasted taxpayer dollars to paint over it. So this is a divide and conquer tactic. They don't like gay people either. They're trying to overturn gay marriage. But we don't talk about that because every other fucking stream we have to talk about Hassan. So we don't really talk about, you know, how Asmongold's playing like fucking fence-sitting centrist, where his dirty, unwashed asshole poop is all over the white picket fence that he's fucking riding. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about people being bad until they harm us first. And it's like, that's frustrating. You know, I really wish we could see some more productive conversation pushing back against some of the fucking online cretinous bullshit that we have. It's fucking crazy. You know, and it even goes on because people are like melting down because I criticized Asmongold for being a baby. He plays anti-cancel culture. He's like, oh, you didn't want to do a charity stream because Aiden Ross is there? That guy's a loser. That guy's a loser. Aiden Ross is 30% part in Kick, who was just like, verified to have been financially supporting the murder stream. I'm not saying Aiden Ross did, but Kick was like giving them donations, I think. And like they had sponsored the stream where they killed a guy. And they were abusing a man, a man with like an IDD. Imagine not wanting to attach yourself to that person, somebody who's like best friends with Andrew Tate, a sex trafficking rapist. Nico, whose really big thing is about how there are scenarios where 13-year-olds and 22-year-olds can get married, and that's crazy. We don't call out Asmongold, I guess. We don't do that, I guess, because it just doesn't. What does it not benefit Ethan's platform? I don't. You know, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm putting too much onto Ethan Klein. It's just frustrating. You know what I mean? It's just like, what the fuck are you doing? So maybe I'm coping. Maybe I'm coping too much. Let's get off Lolly Hill, guys. Ethan asked Destiny fans to leave his community. Whoa. Ethan Klein asked Destiny fans to leave his community. Destiny told Willie Mack on record that he has this material unambiguously, full confession. Now it's just this material, not explicitly what the material is. Okay, got it. Full confession. And why the fuck is he accepting news from people so young? They live with their parents, have braces, and do homework. That person was apparently 26, so I don't know. People have braces as adults, but I lived with my mom until I was 30, but... fuck that. Anyone defending Destiny is lost, and I would be a total hypocrite not to call him out entirely. This is something I've always passionately stood against, and what Destiny has done is pretty much as bad as anything else I've seen, period. Okay. I have no desire to further litigate this. If you have any inkling of desire to defend Destiny, I can promise you this is not the right community for you. Sorry, you can leave. Whoa, so based. Nicholas Uriel writes a clip of the stream of Destiny coping that he'd say in response. Okay, gotcha. Let's see what we got here. Asmongold's all right. What's your problem? I just don't like cowards, man. Asmongold's a coward. I'm sure that if you're a Asmongold follower, I'm sure 99% of the time you're watching Asmongold, and he's probably pretty chill. And he's just like sitting there playing games, having a good time, giving some probably decent, well-balanced commentary, blah, 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 blah. But the shit that he baits for on Twitter is always like provocative fucking bullshit. That's fucking hard fence-sitting bullshit. And so like what I'm seeing from him is him make intentional Twitter bait clips of him saying like wild transphobic and shit. What you're seeing is like, hey, I watch Asmongold consistently and he's pretty chill. And so like I don't need you to understand that as like a creator, if I'm going to put something out into the atmosphere for you to watch with the intent of you seeing that to a higher degree, that's how I want to be represented. I'm comfortable being represented by that. Every clip I put out, I'm comfortable being presented as that in a greater way than my actual videos because I know that they're shorter and they have more exposure. Asmongold is baiting for people like Yeet to make clips of particular moments so that they go up on Twitter. He knows what he's doing. He's not stupid. And so that's what I'm seeing. Constant shitty fence-sitting idiot takes. When you have a take of, I kind of like Trump, but he does lie all the time. You're a fucking loser. Why would you like somebody who lies all the time? Like, these things are terminally online for you to defend. It's just, like, so strange to be like, yeah, this guy lies all the time, but I like him. What? Like, that makes no sense. And so, like, you have to understand, like, I'm seeing the debate clips. I'm like, oh, this guy's a loser. You might be watching him going like, oh, I like him because, like, everything else is solid. But, like, we're not going to watch everything that everybody puts out. We're going to watch the way people want to have themselves represented. All right, let's see what this says.
I'm not going to play this game of every single time some insane person releases some random screenshot or piece of paper or whatever, that I'm going to come and run through all these communities and try to give some crazy explanation for whatever else. Because one, the only thing that's happening is I see that every single thing I possibly say gets either misconstrued or drawn out to the most absurd reality possible.
I absolutely hate when this happens. I totally agree with him. It happens all the time. Like, somebody will go and take a tweet, for example, and hop on stream and just completely lie about the context to their entire fucking audience, and thousands of people think that you said something that you didn't say.
Nicholas Oreo Cakes or whatever is saying that I'm threatening Willie's wife because I said she was a Mossad agent, which, because I have to clarify, was a joke, okay?
It was such a good joke. Also, I literally never fucking said that. I said that you are targeting Willie's wife, which is exactly what you're doing, because you're mad that Willie reported you to the police because you told him you had alleged child porn on your computer. Then you jumped into your chat and you started talking shit about everybody, and one of the things you included was talking about Willie Maxshow's wife. And then, after all that was said and done, you responded to me, and for some reason just didn't answer when I asked you about all that alleged CSAM material on your computer, so I figured this is like a better opportunity to ask you about it. Maybe you'll see this one.
Isn't CSAM mean child sexual material or something? CSAM material? So like saying video VOD on demand. You think if Nicholas Euro showed his actual face instead of this fucking gay little avatar, people would stop watching? I don't know. I like Nick, but he's also weird. Okay. Ethan posts a clip from Ryan Beard's video on Destiny. We probably don't need to watch this. Because I've seen that video. It's a good video, by the way. Destiny responds to Ethan. Responds, I guess. Me after smashing that post button on my last IG story. I don't post on X directly because it's too toxic, so I limit myself to 25 stories a day about X posts, and then stumbling into some free snacks for my kids. Beautiful. Little stranger be talking about kids, considering you don't take care of your own. Ethan responds to the Destiny response. Okay. Ethan drops a late night message. Gotcha. Steven, you are very... Okay. Steven. Gotcha. You are a very smart and very funny guy. I've been following your career for a long time since you were cleaning carpets in between StarCraft 2 games. I saw you transition to a streaming full-time, which, as somebody who was also working a 9 to 5, I found really inspiring. It was soon after I took that same chance on myself, inspired in part by you to become a full-time creator. Later on, I came around to your political streaming content, a genre you pioneered. You've had such a long and accomplished career that anyone would be extremely proud of. I am genuinely sad about the great potential that you had and for what was thrown away because vices took over for your life. As a parent, you know the implications and ramifications of chatting with a 15-year-old. What 15-year-old are we talking about? You know how a teenager looks up to adults they admire and how easily they can be manipulated. The time for irrelevant jokes is over. You need help. This is a long pattern of sexual deviancy with teenagers. What? I hope you take the time to understand what's inside of you missing and why that would urge a grown man to flirt with a 15-year-old girl. Where's the 15-year-old girl thing coming from? I am not taking pleasure in any of this, as I already said. I do hope you find peace in. What is the 15-year-old girl thing coming from? Did I fucking miss something? What's the 15-year-old girl thing? What the fuck is he talking about? What the fuck are we talking? I'm so fucking confused. What the fuck? What the fuck are we... What the fuck? It's a clip from Ryan's vid. Oh, it's a clip from Ryan's video. We can't even look at that because they're on his story and they're gone. Oh, okay. That sucks. What did the Ryan Beard video say? It's so funny. I just hit the video and apparently this is the moment it's on.
On some of these people. I think.
Wait, how old was she?
She said she was 15.
So you did get pictures from a 15-year-old?
Not nudes, though. Sorry, I should specify. I think a couple pics of her, like, at the beach or some shit, but,
In swimwear?
Yeah.
So you're getting swimwear pics from 15-year-olds?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. This shit is fucking crazy. Shit is fuck. So, in these clips...
Gotcha. Okay, I guess we're kind of referring to that. I think he also joked that they were hot. Am I wrong about that? Am I wrong about that? There's this. Dude, she's 15, what the fuck? But she sent me pictures that made me so hard to say no. Gotcha. I think that's what we're referring to. Okay. All right, that makes sense. I'm assuming that that was the gist of the moment that Ethan, you know, signal boosted. Okay, fair enough, I guess. Gotcha. You need help. I'm clapping and crying. You learned more from Hassan than he could ever have hoped, and now we've come full circle on Snark Train. I hope CPS can save your children before the worms turn them into RFK clones. Gas bag. It's just so strange, man. Like, I don't understand how he confidently says that. Like, he's a deadbeat dad. This is like the problem. Is I feel like Ethan needs to stop jumping the gun on some allegations against people. He's being fucking stupid about that. 100%. But Destiny's like a complete washout. Like, what do we have here on this guy? This guy's current meme on his platform, the new joke that he makes is that you should free Palestine. This is part of the new joking brand he has. I don't... that's a joke, I guess, to him. It's just like, what are you doing? Okay. Holy fuck. This is when he changes his Twitter bio. We've already read through that a few times. Destiny calls Ethan's dad a pedophile. Okay. Let's see. Ethan, when he finds out his dad is also a pedophile.
Buttons are open.
Oh my goodness, I was 16 years old here.
Wow, look at you guys here.
Dad's 21 and I'm 16.
Dude, if that happened today, bro, you would not
I know.
trouble.
I know.
21 and 16.
Well, you know what? I was more mature than he was.
Well, I believe that. I actually do believe that.
But look at her. I mean, she
San
looks
Francisco.
like she just came off the cover of
21 and 16. Were you guys having a
none of your business?
What?
Let's fucking go.
How old is Ethan Klein's dad?
Did you guys,
not
feel
till
the deal?
She was 18.
Yeah.
Not till she was 18.
We were in love.
Almost.
Oh, you lie.
That's so crazy. Yeah, you could not do that today. I mean,
no.
That would be just like, whoa.
He's 80. Is he 81?
Oh, there, buddy.
Yeah.
Buttons are open.
Oh.
His joke is that he's pretending to be a snarker against Ethan now because he's falsely acting like, oh, okay, I guess that's true. Yeah. Bro, how's it going, Ryan? Yeah, I mean, that's obviously not pedophilic. I think they're obviously much older. That was something unfortunately justified back in the day. Obviously not something that holds that we know better now. But his dad's not a fucking pedophile. We're not going to go into like, okay, gotcha. Cool stuff. Dusty makes an edgy post of a Photoshop image of his face on the body of a former Hamas leader. Whoa, that's so funny. Oh, dude, look how funny that is. Wow, great stuff. Okay. Eventually we're going to get to this. This is the
big news.
We're going to get to the Avon Bridge video. But we're going to scroll down. There's a part 3, guys. Don't you worry. And here it is. Let's see. iDubbbz butts into the drama. What the fuck? iDubbbz, what are you doing, dude?
I've been having so much fun watching the fucking H3 thing, like, just go nuts.
Yeah.
It's been like a new little surprise every day. And it makes me happy. I want to, like, react to some of the slanderous comments about me.
Yeah.
In, like, a stream in the future. I think I'm going to release a video and just promote the stream. And then fucking spill my guts on stream. Once we're in September. Be careful, bro. Yeah. No, there's nothing to be careful about now. I'm like, I feel very free to speak my truth.
Again?
Yeah, I agree, Bri.
Good. I all I could say is I'm happy he feels really good about it. I can't wait to see more content for me to react to on the fallen YouTuber who gets like 100 live stream viewers on a stream that's explicitly about watching the stream. I feel really good. Let me talk about Ethan again. I just got fucking owned. Okay. Cool, man.
Yeah, because it really doesn't help to fucking play by the rules and be, like, super fucking reasonable. I think there's a time where you need to, like, pull back. I even said it in my, like, content comp. Essentially, like, yeah, you can't keep volleying back harassment back and forth. But when people just, like, continue to do it, it's like, I'm just taking a bunch of fucking heat for no benefit at all.
I don't even know if it's worth even interacting with this guy or this clip right now. This is so pathetic. It's just pathetic, dude. This is just such a pathetic thing I'm watching here when I watch this stupid motherfucker say any words. He's got nothing left. I think he has like a legitimate TBI. Whatever. Thanks for the content, iDubbbz. I don't know what else to say to that. Destiny officially burns the bridge. Wow, as if that didn't happen already.
Message me on something, but he messaged me on something, but I mean, I'd been in communication with him. I just didn't expect him to run and fucking make a fucking YouTube video in 2 seconds based off some DMs with us. Obviously, I would have approached that conversation with a lot more care in terms of how I'm phrasing things, obviously, but you know what? Whatever, listen, whatever you want to believe, believe what you want, okay? Inshallah, ABH3. Oh, I'm so glad he finally found his voice. I wonder how awkward it feels when his boss is sitting there railing on his Turkish idol, and he has to sit there and hold his tongue the entire time, knowing that he's getting fucked by Hassan's entire fan base the entire time regardless, and there being a spineless cuck actually isn't helping him at any part of this whatsoever. But that's okay. And Ethan has to feel bad too, because he's sitting there while his whole fucking crew is awkwardly staring at him because nobody wants to participate. It's all good. H3 has been a girly pop gossipy channel for a while now. His audience is likely a majority women who watch things like RuPaul and talk pop culture, celebrity relationships. It was inevitable. I actually disagree. I feel like the H3 fan base for the most part is actually one of the more chiller fan bases on the internet. I think it's because, not to pull my woke card out, but I think it's because it's like probably a little bit more women versus men. Like it wouldn't surprise me if that fan base was like 40% women. But then also because they do kind of like more pop culture stuff, it does get a bit more grounded. Like I see a lot of comments popping up, even in that H3 subreddit about how like all politics streamers are cancer and all of those communities are cancer. And that's about like 95% correct. It is a special type of cancer. Although again, I would point my fingers to Hassan and shit for that. And AB and all the little people that are hiding behind the desks that are too afraid to say anything in the segments. I would say this.
What do I say to this? Like, obviously, Destiny knows he's a big part of it. This is like the reason of, he acted like a fucking lunatic, and now he's trying to put out a clip that makes him seem reasonable. Okay. That's so boring. It's so obvious.
People are leaking point fingers directly. Those types of people to blame. I think it would be way more interesting and more fascinating to have policy-oriented debates. So he disagrees on Israel-Palestine. You know, we can fight over the massacres, you know, in Iran or other places pre-48. You know, justify pre-40, justify all the back and forth fighting, who's right or wrong. Like, I think this would be super interesting, fascinating discussions happen. Nobody wants to have those conversations. They just want to call it pedophile, sex pests, or whatever.
Get it. You just do really cool debates and are not a deadbeat dad that just baits on Twitter for attention. Got it. This whole thing's boring, dude. Like, oh my god, it's just like so fucking stupid. It's a game. It's a constant game. Act like a fucking lunatic freak and then try to like reel back in and seem reasonable. It's like, how many times do we have to see it? What's this last thing here before we watch Admin Priest's video?
All of a sudden, Ethan decided, like, I hate Hassan. He is responsible for everything that's ever happened. If you're pro-Palestine...
What is this? What is happening here? Why do we have this guy here?
You're a female content creator. He will call you every name under the sun.
What?
Okay?
What?
if you're pro-Palestine
and denims, blah 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 blah. We just have another opportunity to rebrand. Okay, these are so
you know,
boring.
a visible content creator that's like actively being attacked by the Trump administration, stalwart ally of the Palestinians / major liberal Ethan Klein will literally demand that the administration take action against you. Okay, he will sue you. He will take action against you. Call you a terrorist over and over again. He will try to get attention from advocacy groups to try to get you deplatformed. Okay.
Okay.
You spend months trying to fucking humiliate these people. Now you got a guy who's actually fucking, you know, not holding back. You got a guy who's actually not holding back, and this is what you have to say. Like the way he has talked about Denham, the way he's talked about Frogan, the way he's talked about me, the way he's talked about Ian, and Nisa, versus the way he's talking about Destiny, who is super pro-Israel, and by Ethan's own admission, is a person who wants to fuck 15-year-olds, and he's like, I love you. You're the GOAT. You're a huge inspiration. You
Fall asleep on that one. Wow, this drama is so much fun. Okay. So let me go find the Albert Preach video. Here's the meat and potatoes of this. Destiny, Hassan, and Ethan, allegations of revenge porn, or revenge, child porn, and more. I'm curious about what their take is on this. This is the first time that they've talked about like internet drama. Don't they usually stick to like kind of more like, I don't know, other stuff? Usually more grounded, level-headed shit about boys being boys and girls being girls. Okay. Damn, comedians are rats for Epstein, Tim. Okay, incredible.
Big news if you're unemployed.
Oh shit.
But I'm employed. YouTube's not a real job. Now, with today's topic.
So true, King. So true. Don't let Hassan hear that.
Our favorite girl, Destiny, Hassan Piker, and
Ethan Wyatt.
Ooh, yay! Unemployed behavior. Guessing that shit right? I'm proud of you. Allegations of CP. Allegations of Hassan sharing nudes of women. What the hell is
Oh my goodness.
going on? This all started when Hassan said that Ethan Klein's wife is a valid military target.
Oh man, we're going back far. All right.
The Israeli occupying force in the West Bank.
Yeah, he dog whistled that. She was a valid military target. So true, King. So true.
Doesn't matter if it's your favorite podcaster's like wife that participated in these raids.
Hila, who's Israeli, was part of the IDF 15, 20 years ago, participated in some raids. As a result, that's why he's
I
making.
think she participated in one raid, and I think it was because like she did a desk job and she was kind of bored. I don't think she quite understood what was going on. Blah 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 blah. Hassan decided to bring her into it because he wanted to make content to pull in a drama slap audience for the attention.
Now, comment. Yeah. That being said, Coconuts in Barbados. Comment goes viral. Okay. Hassan gets a lot of bad press for it. Destiny reacts. He gets in the chat room, says some spicy things. I honestly think you could perfectly justify attacking, murdering Hassan IRL for statements like this. And
yeah, obviously very stupid for him to say that.
This is where things, start to heat up a little bit.
Destiny has nothing to do with what Hassan did to me. I don't know anything about what Destiny did. This is not a three-way situation.
I didn't even know anything about this. Apparently, Destiny, in response to Hassan's essentially calling Hila a valid military target, I guess Destiny, who's a total fucking dumbass, who again, we had like a flawless victory here, and this dumbass went there and gave Hassan the ability to cry and be the victim.
Right.
Which he
Yeah, I mean, this is true.
did. Now he's been on his Instagram stories being like, oh my God, I'm getting death threats, you guys.
Yeah.
What do we get? This is unbelievable. We need to do something about it. It's like, oh, you don't like it when people give death threats to you?
Pathetic.
That's fucking really interesting, dude.
And if you aren't aware, Destiny's been making an effort to try to build a bridge with the H3 people because they both hate Hassan now. So it's a good little thing. And Ethan's like, you, I hate you. All right. Destiny doesn't really care about optics. Other people do, so they get annoyed when he says goofy ass shit or shit he thinks is dumb. Now, this is where the allegations of Destiny being a CP owner come into play.
A fucking CP owner is just a silly way to... That's just funny.
I reported Destiny to the police. This is not clickbait and entirely has to do with the DMs he sent me. A few days ago, a Reddit post showed that the girl Destiny shared Pixie's nudes with was seemingly confirmed to be 17 years old due to her getting doxxed. There is almost a 0% chance that she was not 17 during that time. So I do what I usually do and reached out to get a comment. He said the girl, Rose, told him she was 19 and in college at the time. And then he shows me a screenshot of the top of a video clip and says her boyfriend was recording these on Skype calls. That's absolutely insane to think about him doing all of this if she was 17. Well, this is insane to me because he's saying Rose's boyfriend recorded CP while sending me a screenshot of the alleged CP. So I asked to confirm if he just did that. If you were sending me this, I'm guessing you still have that video. Destiny replies, depends on why you're asking. But yes, I created copies of all of our messages and everything when that court case started. Just to be clear, he's admitting to having alleged CP downloaded on his computer. He literally has the video open as I'm talking to him. I go, bruh, there's been allegations at least since my last video that she was underage, and you still have potential CP of her? He replies, I have an obligation to preserve relevant evidence, etc. So I created backups of all of the important / relevant conversations. He continues, I don't think I'm allowed to delete it, lol. I don't know if it counts as hiding / destroying evidence. And I reply, talk to a lawyer. That seems crazy to me. Who keeps this sort of stuff on their computer without 100% knowing if they're supposed to or not? Isn't that something you want to confirm? I continued, you just let me know you have CP videos saved to your computer. You knew it was alleged that she was underage. You still have them. Do you see how fucked this is? So now I've confirmed that this guy has child on his computer.
Okay, I think that's a good gist of it. Calls the police, reports him. Now they're saying the guy owns
I don't know if it's quite confirmed. I don't know if it's confirmed she was 17 at the time, but yeah, that's the gist of it.
So as this comes out, Ethan hears about this, and so you don't have to be very unemployed to keep up. But Abba, how did you comply? Nigga, I get paid.
Okay.
So they just start reading off his chats with this alleged 17-year-old, according to them.
Now I'm gonna warn you guys. This is gonna make you want to die. So he's talking with her. She said, gotta watch it on mute. He sent her a video. Gotta watch it on mute. Family and kids all over the place here in our house. He said, yes, ma'am. And
this was a 26-year-old, yeah.
Then he said, if you can, give me a discreet vid of your little feets. But also, it's definitely doing a little age play here. Can I see your little feets? A secret video of your feet?
Little feet.
Okay, you guys ready?
Now, I'm not going to let him say the whole part without you guys having the greater context. They're trying to allege this is something involving an underage person, but this is with someone who's 26 years old. So when they see little feet, they're just attributing to the fact that Destiny's talking to like a child or something like that, or someone who's underage.
Yeah, it's Ethan being really petty and not... I mean, I guess if to be charitable to Ethan, he's not confirming exactly what he's looking at. He has an idea about Destiny, about the situation. Destiny's a hated person, especially right now, so he feels like he doesn't necessarily have to fact check. Maybe it's not explicit through his mind. And so he's like, yep, this is bad. Oh, look at that. He's talking to this or he's talking to that. And then he doesn't really do, his due diligence when it comes to any of this shit. And then he makes him look a little silly and gives Destiny like a shred of charity, considering what's going on because he got something wrong.
But it's a 26-year-old woman.
She says to him, my parents are super, super strict. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't go there. Don't talk to me. So when you're like, oh, my parents don't let me do anything fun. It's like, oh, you're a kid. His response is this, and I will read it verbatim. He says, well, fuck. It would be so hot to drive you home from a date and make you send me off in the car. I'd love to send you inside your parents' house after making you swallow.
Who's making all these weird sounds?
A full load from me.
He knew she was a child and liked it.
He knew he was a child and liked it. Mind you, this is a 26-year-old. People are like, well, what kind of 26-year-old lives with their parents? Immigrants. A lot. I know girls in their 30s, they're not allowed to leave their parents' house, even though they go to my...
I mean, it's tough to move out right now for like a lot of people. So I understand that, I can understand people still living with their parents when they're like really like much older.
Miami, and they be and fucking. They don't leave their parents' house until they're married.
I left at 24. My sister left at 32.
So let's go to Destiny's response. Stephen Bennell III. He has a good name. Almost everything in this GM is wrong. Willie Mack is running cover because he wants to get in with the boys again. And Ethan is trying to distance himself from me. I have no kitty stuff on my computer. I've complied with my legal obligations for my court case. The 60 gigs of screenshots was related to a claim that the Rose person made, someone whose name and birth date have yet to be reliably confirmed. Ethan is literally reading off revenge porn leaks of mine and giggling like a regarded child for DMs that had absolutely nothing to do.
I'm surprised he didn't say the R slur, dude. Usually they didn't really care about that. I wonder if they're not using it anymore because they find it uncouth,
Do with the Rose leak. Rose is the alleged underage person. Any reference to grape or was literally in the context of DMs with a 26-year-old British woman. I've never DM'd Rose in my life, on IG specifically. Then, Destiny, he adds a little part at the end. I think Peterson was right. You and Gila deserve all the CPS calls for the dog shit eating claims and everything else. You deserve zero sympathy from anyone else on the internet when you're so quick to turn around and rely on the same snark shit that's been plaguing you for years as soon as you think it's beneficial. I hope your prior maid takes you for a millionaire lawsuit against you guys as well. So that's the end of this entire saga as it is now. Everyone set the bridges on fire, whatever it is. And it feels like you feel some type of way, so I'll let you go first.
I feel some type of way. It's just the last part that he said, I'm like, oh shit, you had some people call on you and said some things that were not verified. CPS was on your kids with your kids about lies and stuff like that. And then you turn around and you do the same thing.
Yeah, I think that's completely fair. Because that's pretty much what happened. It just feels justified. This is the problem. Is Ethan feels justified in going and saying unverified stuff because the person's bad. Destiny's a bad person. That's the problem, though, is that to Frogans and to Denim, you're the bad person, right? Now, obviously, I'm the smartest guy in the world. Ethan's not a bad person, but this is the fundamental logic that everybody's using, and you're just jumping onto it. And you're inviting people to make false allegations about you in the future because you're not acting responsibly. It's not one of those things where you just act responsibly when you know you have to. If you want to be a truly responsible person, you need to act responsibly when you don't necessarily have to. Just because you're not going to get criticism from your audience over the shit that you're saying because of the context that's going on doesn't mean that you should act like a fucking idiot. So you just criticized Destiny for giving Hassan the ability to look like a victim, right? Because, you know, after he dog whistled that Hila was a valid military target, Destiny went and made a death threat against Hassan. Okay, cool. And so what did you go and do? You pushed unverified information about how he likes kids. And then, like, what does that do? It gives Destiny the ability to look like have like play at the same victim complex that Hassan gets to play. It's just like I don't understand. Like, I don't understand what you're doing. It just doesn't even make sense to me. It feels like, you know, I think you know how to look better than that. It just seems so irresponsible. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Isn't that also why you have producers, to be able to keep you in line, to not make like egregiously stupid fucking decisions like this? It just seems so silly. It seems like such a waste to kind of tarnish your credibility, which I'm sure he'll get back, but tarnish your credibility over stuff like this, you know? It's just fucking ridiculous. I don't know. It's just disappointing, dude. That's a great picture of Preach, by the way. We love this picture. We're gonna keep that one for the spank bank. Boom.
Mm-hmm. He's been doing that. He did that to us when he said, "Oh no, you guys are exactly those people." Then after that, turns around and claims that he never watched a video of us.
Abba and Preach. These guys are idiots. Now, did anyone?
Yep, I remember that arc. That was when I was very critical of Ethan. They. Definitely one of his worst arcs. I don't remember that was like one of his worst arcs, dude. Holy fuck. I really remember that. They were just going after Abba and Preach over some dumbass shit.
Actually watch this Abba and Preach shit. They made a video defending fucking Fresh and Fit.
Yeah, they have a lot of bad takes.
Thing about Abba and Preach that they don't know about me. I'm fucking insane. First time they talked about me was defending Fresh and Fit. Okay, I didn't watch.
I don't remember the specifics, but it was like I think it was a false. Oh, I remember what happened. Yes, I remember what happened now. Okay. Yeah, I remember. So there was this 19-year-old girl that went on to Fresh and Fit's podcast. She was flirting with Myron, all yada, 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 yada. She was clearly interested based on all the information that we had available. Then he invited her over, and she got, I guess things didn't go her way, so she left. Under no duress. And Ethan made it seem like he tried to rape her. And I hate Myron. I think Myron's a rape apologist. I think that he runs defense for rapists and child predators like Andrew Tate. He's a scumfuck of the earth. But it was irresponsible to push this idea that he raped that girl, because it's just not what happened based on the information. And so, like, this is where all this, like, builds up. And, like, Ethan does have a history of poorly covering allegations of assault. To be honest with you. Yeah, he was an asshole to her. Like, he lifted up her shirt when they were clearly getting romantic, and he started laughing at her because I think her breasts were small or something, or he claimed that they were. He was being a piece of dog shit, and there was a whole conversation to have about that. About how, like, somebody goes into, like, a very vulnerable space, and they open themselves up to you like that, and then you make fun of them, and that's disgusting. But we couldn't talk about that because we had to pretend that Myron was a rapist in that moment. You know, meanwhile, Ab and Preach consistently cover Fresh and Fit. I remember the one where they were sitting there around laughing, haha, about the time that this one guy ran a rape train on a girl. And Ethan did talk about that from my recollection, but Ab and Preach did, right? And so I'm not saying Ethan should have to cover that. What I'm saying is that they're consistently calling them out for justifiable things that they do wrong, whereas like Ethan kind of sometimes bandwagons when it comes to like serious allegations like that. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I do like Ethan. I'm just saying, this is like, that was what that whole entire controversy was about.
Watch it. I watched some of it, but it was upsetting, so I didn't watch it.
It was upsetting. You know, well, in his defense, I guess he was working with Hassan at that point.
Even your team, nobody in your team called you out of that for that. So the guys that are supposed to do the research don't do the research, or if they do the research, even worse, they don't say anything. They run with the narrative, and it's fine, and that's okay. And we don't care.
Why? Because they hate the person.
Views, and we hate the person, and I think we're doing God's work. The same way that you thought you were doing God's work when you doxed that person. That was finally not that person.
God, I hope that man's life is ruined for this. I want this guy's life ruined. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, is this?
I don't think he doxed somebody here.
Him?
Yeah, I would just be cautious.
Oh, never mind. I thought they said MAGA.
God's work. The same way that you thought you were doing God's work when you doxed that person. That was finally not that person.
God, I hope that.
Oh, I thought for some reason I heard him say MAGA. I'm fucking dumb. Yes, I remember this. This was when Amaranth. This was another irresponsible thing Ethan did. It must have been the fat clogging his head. So Ethan found somebody he thought was Amaranth's husband, and then went to Signal Boost his personal information to potentially get him, I guess, harassed, which is obviously very stupid. But then also there's a conversation to have about, not allowing the person who is the target of this type of abuse, really, not allow them to have control over the way that they wanted to handle the situation. If they're married to somebody who's abusive and they're talking about it online or whatever, and whatever they're doing, and they're trying to handle it themselves, it's not going to help to you to send a doxing threat that could potentially put her at risk. So that's really very irresponsible for you to do, especially if you think she's the priority, which she obviously would have been in that situation. And so that's incredibly irresponsible and not something that protects the victim in this situation, You could have reached out to her and tried to get her help, et cetera, et cetera. And there does seem to be a pattern of intense pettiness from Ethan Klein. Again, I like Ethan, okay? I like it when he sends me free stuff, okay? But there is a pattern of pettiness that's not particularly productive and kind of, will wear on his credibility in different instances. And I really don't get it because he's been a creator for so long. You think he'd fuck up and go, oh, wait, I have to act better in this capacity. It's just strange to me.
That man's life is ruined for this. I want this guy's life ruined. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh, is this him?
Yeah, I would just be cautious.
That's not him.
If we're not 100% sure that this is the right.
You shouldn't be showing it even if it is him.
I heard he's an Asian bodybuilder.
He definitely does music.
I'd love to know that guy's real identity. Well, we know his name is. We just don't know.
His name is. But again, that's
it may not be the body.
One of the most common names you could.
If we find out that this guy is, can we ship him shit? I'm asking.
You do that.
Yeah, and then you would argue reasonably that that's kind of a signal boost to try to send some kind of, I guess, harm in some capacity that person's way. Not exactly helpful.
People, you did there's a whole thing, doxing people, right? No repercussion, not even a sorry about that, because you were right. You were doing God's work. You were doing the thing. You were right. You asked me the question sometime. At some point, you said, "Would you be able to?" And I said, "No. I'm not talking to this person because that person is disingenuous." But when it happens to you, you're like, "Oh my God." It happened to me. Of course, you just asked me.
No, you killed it. You killed it.
Hey, he's kind of right, man. He's kind of right about this whole thing.
It's okay. You preached. Thank you for your sermon.
I'm done.
I'll say this. I think when it comes to anything related to child-related stuff, you guys should be really careful before you get online. These are very serious claims, and you guys are just shooting off the hip. Oh, this guy diddles kids. This guy's like you could say Destiny's irresponsible. You can say a lot of things, but first off, the person's age hasn't been confirmed. Secondly, you guys are all admitting that Destiny didn't know the person's age at the time until years later. And that's only the alleged age. What are we talking about? There's an ongoing legal matter. He submitted this evidence to authorities.
Which, again, makes sense because I understand Willie Mack being put in a position where he's like, shit, I have to say something. I don't want to be complicit in case this is some kind of CSAM material.
And now you guys are trying to make it sound like, oh, this guy's let's say I concede to you that this is an illegal thing that he's doing. Pretending that's the same thing as a predator is fucking stupid. This man was dating a 19-year-old. It's legal. You might find it creepy. You might find it bad. I think I've noticed there's a grade when it comes to hating somebody online. Yeah. And there's a bunch of things and allegations that are going to be thrown your way for the most minute stupid shit. 100%. It'll start off at you mistreat women, then you rape them, and then you diddle kids. And everybody goes through this process. And half the time when you look into the allegations, they're not even true. It's just people online are extra dramatic.
Yep, and unfortunately when that happens, what happens when you see a false allegation online? Well, in general, but especially when it's online, there's so much online. You have young men that'll look at an allegation of sexual assault and they'll see a false one. Well, it takes a couple of them for them to go, oh, they all must be false. I'm not going to really care anymore about anybody who comes forward with allegations. And it has a very negative impact for people who actually do have very real traumas.
Mm-hmm. You can make a lot of things about Destiny and critique him. This is one of the dumbest ones. Recently, I saw somebody try to critique Hassan, for example, for sharing nudes of women.
What does that mean? What actually happened?
Right, because they're trying to say he's just they're trying to say he's just like Destiny.
Exactly.
Because he shared or whatever, right?
But what actually happened?
So I look into it.
Because it means nothing.
Right, and people just sharing it. They're like, oh, he's a piece of shit. So there's a news with Cosmopolitan where someone's interviewing Hassan. He's basically going through things that fans send him on Snapchat unsolicited. He says, I don't know if any of these are nude, so don't judge me. The first one is a nude. He reads a message attached aloud. I'm sure you have hot girls throwing themselves at you all the time, but I'm a huge fan of TYT and love your work. As promised, there are photos in his inbox of fans wearing the shirt, but it's about 70% nudes. Whoa, this is crazy, he says. Methodically open each message. That was actually her blowing someone. I don't ever talk to any of these people. So what he's talking about is the experience of being somebody.
Oh, was that in the article we read? Yeah, I didn't really. Is that what everybody's been talking about? That's it from the article that okay.
Who's known and having people unsolicited sending you their nudes. And he's showing that to the reporter. And people are talking like this guy's doing revenge porn. And I'm confused.
That's not really what that is. That's also, you could argue that's kind of fucked up to send him unsolicited pics. So
Because I'm like, we would never say a woman is
I mean, he probably likes it, but sending people unsolicited pictures isn't exactly good.
doing revenge-related stuff because she tells one of her friends that some guy sent her an unsolicited dick pic. You thought that was revenge porn? You're a retard.
100%.
Also, here's a hot take. If you send somebody unsolicited pictures and they share it, that's kind of I don't care. If you send a person a sexual pic solicited consensually, there's no problem with that. You guys have signed a contract that you will not share it. If you send an unsolicited picture to somebody and they show their friends, I think that's okay because you started it. You sent them an unsolicited pic. You guys never made that verbal agreement. Yeah, I'm just being fucking serious. I'm being real.
actually retarded. It's
Whoa! Hey, stop that.
faith, but people don't care. If they hate you, it's fuel. We had the same issue with like Fresh and Fit. I remember Ethan got mad at us because he's like, "Why would you guys defend them if you're not just like them?" It's like, well, I don't think it's a good idea to call someone a rapist on a completely made up bogus allegation, which you did.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what your priority is. If your priority is to try to be like honest, as honest as you possibly can be, you're going to want to talk about something honestly. If your goal is to make somebody look as bad as you possibly can, then you'll act the way Ethan does sometimes, So.
And then you can't turn around and complain about snark and when you are fine with endorsing these things when it's convenient for you.
Not true.
It just doesn't work. No. Report it to the police. Let them do their investigation and then talk about it publicly. But it sounds like you don't even know whether or not this shit is illegal. You aren't even certain that this person is underage, but you're calling this dude a child diddler. That's like, you guys are not mentally well online.
That's crazy.
You tell this story to half the people in the real world, they're going to be like, you guys are fucking...
It's interesting. This makes sense as to why they kind of disconnect themselves from like conversations about drama a while back, which is totally understandable.
And I realize like a lot of people who cover this news online...
I thought the issue with Hassan was that he passed around his phone that had nudes from someone on it. I don't care. If it was unsolicited, I don't really care that somebody shares it. So, I don't know. I don't really give a fuck.
They dramatize everything. The vast majority of people who do this kind of social commentary will talk about these issues, but charges are never laid. Wanna know why? Because most of this stuff is just sensational drama bullshit. In the backdrop of all of this drama bullshit happening is an actual political crisis, and this is what's happening in the forefront. I realize when people send me this story, it's not because they care about the truth. It's not because they care about the facts. They hate somebody, and they want me to share that emotion with them. Doesn't matter how true it is, but I told you guys, I'll defend Fresh and Fit, I'll defend Destiny, I'll defend Hassan, I'll defend Ethan Klein when he gets CPS called on him. I don't care, but nobody wants to deal in gray because it's better to like amplify the emotions that your audience already feels about someone. Just say you root for your team. That's okay, that's why I like sports. You're delusional about your team, you know they fucking suck, but you're saying every year you're gonna win the chip. I respect that, it's sports. But don't do it about child. Don't talk about victims and how important it is, but you don't fact check anything. You don't give a shit about the people involved. You just want to shit on somebody.
A victim is only...
That's kind of true. And then you get that energy back to you and you get upset,
A victim when I like them. When I hate them, it's just people that I hate.
Absolutely. But anyways, listen, I just wanted to cover this topic because so many of you fucking potatoes were mean. Oh my God. Guys, fact check things. If someone tells you someone's a pedo, you should 100% look at it with a grain of salt. I don't believe men. I don't believe women. I don't believe anybody. All I believe are facts and evidence. And if you read the story and you still think it's CP and how he's some kind of like CP owner who loves it, you're a fucking idiot. You can say he's irresponsible. You can say that's stupid. You can say maybe he should turn it in, but to make that video and make it seem like it's something it's not, like that's why nobody takes YouTubers seriously when they allege crime. Because of shit like this.
That's true.
You guys are no different than the pedo hunters who run out there and be like, oh, look at this. Half of those people never get arrested. Why? Because these investigations are shoddy. There's a world where this could be illegal. And maybe he's going to get in trouble. But that's still not the same thing as having the intention of owning some child-related material and trying to like beat off to it. Like you guys know that's different, right?
No, they don't.
And if you don't see that, if you don't see why him having a court case where this is relevant and his lawyer tells him not to delete it, doesn't matter. Like, I don't know. I think you guys are a bit lost. Anything else?
No.
So there you go. That's the video.
And you got me pissed off for no goddamn reason.
Good. Big news.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I just think that's generally fair. I don't really have anything else to add to that. End scene.